Aloha, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, March 5th, Foundational Training with Team Evolve. I'm Sheila Hay. I'm coming to you from Maui, Hawaii, and my co-host, Jan Rand. She had to step away. She's actually signing somebody up right now, I do believe. But welcome to you, all you new people. If you are new and you're on the call, at some points, I'm going to say, can you guys do this? And if you can, you just give me a thumbs up. And we know that we are making it easy and keeping it clear. Okay. Excuse me. So right now we are in the first week of transitioning, evolving into a new team schedule. And that's the first thing that I need to share with everybody is actually where you can find what the new team schedules look like and how you can share them very easily with anybody that you'd like to. So without further ado, let me jump over here to start333biz.com, start333biz.com. And what you really need to do, you know what, actually, hold on. I'm jumping a step ahead. I'm so excited to get the new schedule out. So let's talk about the tools that we need, because you'll need one of these tools right now to do this work. All right. You're going to need a notebook first off. And in your notebook, as we go along and I share the different things, you can write down the different places that you can go, the sites, the links, and it'll be easier if you keep your notes. I am a person that for many years has done this kind of note taking. And the other day I was looking for notes in my myriad 100 business card, or what are these called? You know, index cards. I couldn't find it. And then I finally grabbed my notebook and I opened up right to the page of an interview that I was supposed to be giving. So keep your notebook and it'll help you stay organized. That's the first tool. The second tool that you need is going to be a list book. And we're going to actually utilize our list book today during this call and then afterwards, because we're going to be doing the work. And I'll share more about, we actually have you write inside, LifeWave is the holy grail of optimal health and healing. Okay. And then the next tool, and we make lists. The reason you have a list book is because today, or if you haven't started this yet, you're going to make your first list and we're going to actually do the work to help you get through the fear of making that first list. Okay. The next tool that's really important to have is an appointment book, a calendar, however you'd like it. I like to use, I was a massage therapist in a former past life, and I use an hourly schedule book that gives me 15-minute increments. And that way I can schedule my day out. And one thing that I'd like to share that is really important, it's not just important to schedule your appointments, that next appointment, but sometimes you have to put me time in that schedule too. Okay, so make sure you're taking care of yourself as you are walking in this journey of successful business building. The next tool that you're going to need is, let me grab it here, business cards. And business cards, I will take you to a spot on start333biz.com where you can see different business cards that our team printer, Sally Fung, she actually has created, with the help of many other team members, all kinds of business cards that you could choose from, or you can create your own business cards. The important thing is that you have these so that you can give a card and get a number. Okay. The next item in your toolbox is a business bag. And in your business bag, what is going to be there? At least in my business bag, this is what I have in mine. My business cards. And then I have a sleeve of X39, a sleeve of Eon, and a sleeve of IceWave. And the reason that I have those three, pardon me, we all know why we use X39, right? And when I'm gifting people and I'm out belly to belly working with somebody, I'm actually asking them directly, what is your pain level on a 0 to 10? What is your condition? And when they tell me that they've got a backache right that minute, or their knee is in pain right that minute, I not only patch them with the X39, but I'm going to patch them with Eon. And the reason that we use Eon, one of the reasons, it asked me just now if I was speaking French. Thank you, Zoom. I'm not speaking French to my knowledge. Who knows? That's so funny. Okay. Sorry about that. I got a little distracted. Okay, so I'm going to give you for me, I lived 26 years in Alaska in the heart of the coldest part in the Wrangell National Park. I owned a bed and breakfast. And every day in the winter, just about every day, I would have to go out and shovel snow. And sometimes, snow literally would be 2 feet deep. And that's what I want you to imagine inflammation is 2 feet deep of snow. And when you have 2 feet deep of snow, it is a block and nothing really easily can get through it. Well, inflammation is the block to stem cell coming through and doing their jobs. Okay. So when you use Eon, an anti-inflammatory patch, it will literally shovel the sidewalk for the X39 to slide on in and do its work. Okay. Easy analogy. Hopefully you guys can remember that. And then I always have ice wave, because if I meet somebody that's on a 7 or above on the pain scale, I want to get them out of pain as soon as I can. Having been a chronic 10 plus on the pain scale for over 2 years, I know what it feels like. And I really would like to help alleviate anybody's pain that's willing to let me help them. The next thing in my bag are order forms. And the reason I keep order forms in my bag is because I always take the customer's order, handwrite it so that I can come home, put it into the computer. Even if I'm on the telephone taking someone's order, I'm putting it on an order form so that I can accurately get their information, and I can not sometimes it takes a while to get through that ordering on the computer. So that's one of the things I do. The next thing in the business bag is little baggies, and that is so we can give our patches. And then this is honestly, one of the most important parts of my bag. I hope you guys find it to be yours too. This is the gifting envelope, and on the back, it shows where you can put patches. It has my name and information. And then the front is literally a script. And it's enjoy your, if you're brand new and you have one of these and you're with someone and you're sharing them, you give them one and you can read from it. Wear 12 hours on to activate and repair, and 12 hours off. Reapply a new patch daily. You can just utilize this as a script to help you out. Inside the envelope, it comes with these 4 different cards. Okay. And in this first one is the what to expect card. 4,000 genes begin to reset within 24 hours, 3,000 to 4,000 genes. It also talks about timelines, and a few of the different studies are listed in there. Or, well, Melinda Connor, she did the studies, so she's got a quote in there. The next card that we've got is our before and after card. So we have all these little pictures, and I'm going to show you a place in just a minute where you can get them online and you can see them on StartX39 now, and you can walk people through them. The backside, I believe, and Jan believe, is that a really super important part, right? There, she's shaking her head for me. Yeah. And this is the before and after tracker, a health tracker. And what's really great, it says before 24 hours, 7 days. So you can share this with someone and they may say, oh, it's only my knee. But if you actually give them a health tracker and they start tracking the quality of their sleep, their energy, their stamina, their mental clarity, their skin appearance, they're going to find a lot of people are like, wow, I do have a little brain fog going on. And then they're going to grade it and they start wearing the patches. They can come back and they can say, wow, I don't have brain fog up to a 10 today. It's only a 6. So you can actually see improvements. The other card that's in our little envelope is an all products flyer card. And yes, it will be updated to show the new Alavita product there real soon. And the final card is our order form. And it has all the pricing lists on it. And I'll go over that more in just a minute when we get to the next part of our tools. So that's the business bag. Let me show you where you can actually order on the site. So now we come to start333biz.com. Move that little thing. And this site, for anybody that's new and I'm bringing you here for the first time, I really recommend and suggest that for your own personal growth, you come here to this site and click every single tab. So you can really get grounded in how our team works and the different resources that we have, because this is a resource and training center for you. Here's our mission. This has our team leaders. You can click the star and find the SPDs, PDs, execs. This is really important. I want to share right away. Please come here and sign up to receive all of our updates. You can get them either through emails or texts. If you aren't on there, you would not know that we no longer do Wednesday office hours. That got changed this week. So make sure you get signed up there and you will get the daily email when we have those, and you'll be getting all that great info. This is about incentive trips that we have currently that we can earn. You can click that. And then here is our system. Our system is 333. We contact 3, we invite 3, and we follow up with 3. That's easy. It's simple. Marci's refined it down. And the reason we keep it simple is because the easier it is, the more duplicatable, the more you want to share with your friends. All right. This is how you actually access the page. And the username is start333biz, and the password is 333biz. So please write them down in your notebook or on a piece of paper if you haven't got your notebook yet. And then you also, even though I just gave you the information, please click this link and sign up for the password, because just like I was saying about, all of our schedule changing and you would get the information in an email, if something needed to be changed to access Start333biz, that's how we're going to let you know as well. So, okay. And here's the really important thing that's super exciting to share with you. I really love this new little thing that Marci somehow magically created. When you click to come to our podcasts, it says right here, click image below to join the Zoom podcast. Okay. So right now we are literally in this call, the Monday patching. Nope, wait, that's not it. This is the podcast. Okay. We aren't on that. That's the next one. I'll show you the next page. But so let's say you want to invite somebody today to Science and Tech with Dr. Stacy. All you have to do, they just click that link and look, they're right at the Zoom call. And no, I don't want to quit the one I'm in, but oops, get out of there, cancel that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Who knows? Where's my thing? There we go. So my point is that when you click, if you come to the patchingpodcast.com, you can send people that link and they can literally click these pictures and it will take them right to it. That's a lot easier. Here is a printable patching podcast schedule. Excuse me. And you notice that we have changed our schedule. We have Monday, Tuesday, podcasts. Wednesday, we have the virtual patching party and with Marci, and then she does a tech and consult right afterwards. And then Thursday, we have the Spanish podcast and the podcast with Peter and Laura, the regular podcast. So we don't do them on Fridays anymore. You can click that link and you can print that PDF if you'd like. And here's the training schedule. And again, just like the other link I showed you, you can click, there we are, Marci, me, and Jan, foundational training, and then we roll right into business working. We roll into the office hours where we are an actual, like a support system for one another, and we make our calls and connect and do business. So we have also streamlined our trainings. We have the Monday and Tuesday training. On Wednesdays, the first Wednesday of the month, we have the leadership call. So if you are a senior presidential or a presidential, you hop on that one. Wednesdays, Peter still does In the Know with Peter No. And then Saturdays, all of our leaders, they take turns and they will be doing different type of trainings. And again, there's a PDF version that you can print and or copy, edit, paste, and send to people. And then we have all of our different events. That's a new one. Houston just got put up there. The global, I saw that they are going to close registration here for the convention. So you might want to get registered if you have not yet, because it's going to be closed real soon. Now we're going to come back on up here to the door. Let me just see what's going on in chat. I'm new today, new to the podcast. What is the password at the doors? We're going to show us how to, yes, I'm going to show you how to order the business bag, all that good stuff. Okay, I will do that right now. So when you enter the brown doors, this is the private part. That front page, anybody can on the internet could access that and take a look. But unless you have the username and password, you can't get back here. And again, because we've had these different changes.
Oh, I didn't do it.
You're muted.
You got muted. Sorry.
Okay. Not sure how that happened.
Wasn't me.
So you're gonna, this section back here will be changed to meet the new program that Marci has evolved. She just is getting things. She's busy, and trying to get things done as quickly as possible for us. For Evolve Tools, you're gonna come over here, and this is where you can access the business bag. So here we go. And this is coming up slowly. Here it is. This is the business bag. And you can actually order this through Jan. One big business bag is $15. And you're going to receive a sheet of stickers that have your name and startx39now.com so that you can put them on the back of your gifting envelopes. You're going to receive those 4 different cards that I shared with you. You're going to get 10 of each card. You're going to receive 10 of the gifting envelopes and 10 of the plastic bags. You do not get any patches. Please note, patches not included. That is on you to fill your own business bag. Now, the way to order them, you do not call or text Jan. The way to order is emailing janjrand@gmail.com. You need to send your name, address, phone number, and you can order 1 or 2 bags. And that's it. And that's the business bag. And now we're going to show you where you can get business cards. I'm going to see, this link wasn't working the other day. We'll see if it got fixed. Otherwise, we'll go to the other one. It's working. Awesome. All right. So this is our printer, Sally Fung. And you can call Sally, text her, email her. And like I was saying, these cards have all been created through different brand partners helping and sharing and asking for different options. So here we have beautiful Jan on the front in a big picture, name, has the patent, and then it says to order, scan the QR code. That QR code would be to your self-replicating website. On the back of that option, there's Miss Marci, and you can see her before and after picture. And then the QR code takes you to startx39now.com, which we will go take a look at. You can get the smaller picture and you can mix and match. If you like the front of one, tell Sally I like, front of two and back of one, whatever the mix is you want. Number 2 talks about GHK copper peptide. Number 3 doesn't have any of your picture on it. And number 4 is a fairly more simple on the front. And then talking about copper peptide on the back. These cards are older cards. And where the smiley face is, that's where you would put your picture. I actually have one that I received. So that's how it looks. And the back is the same as what I've got on the back of mine. On the back, right there. And these are really, really old cards. Jan and I started out with these kind of cards 4.5 years ago. The one crazy thing about these, when we started, there was only option 1, okay? You couldn't do anything else on the back, and it was crazy, and you couldn't read it. It was so tiny. But those are the 4 different types. And again, if you want to make your own, go to Vistaprint. They're having a sale right now, 15% off stuff. So go make your own cards because, we're all big kids and we can do what we want, right? All right. Let us now go to the Evolve clipboard because this is the one thing I forgot to put on your list that you need for tools. You need a clipboard, okay? And the reason that you need a clipboard is because those cards that we put into the in the gifting envelope, you're going to print them out and you're going to put them on your clipboard, okay? And we'll go over that more in a little bit. So now where I want to take you is to the Evolve system. Right now, it's called the 7 Steps to Success. Marci told us yesterday, this is going to be streamlined inside of here more as well. And the first thing I want you to do is either get your list book out, or you're going to get a piece of paper out, and you're going to either get a phone, or my address book is downstairs. I actually still have an address book. Yeah, I'm 60 years old and I use an address book. But you're going to get your list book out, and on the inside, when you get it, you're going to write right on the inside of that flap, LifeWave, the holy grail of optimal health. Have you heard about stem cells? And who do you know that would like this? And then you're going to start creating lists in your book. So what I'd like everybody to do, and everybody that's new that has their camera on and I can see ya, is getting a notebook, a list book, a calendar, business cards, a business bag, and a tool board, a clipboard. Is that something that you can all do? If you can do it, give me a thumbs up. Outstanding. If you already have all that stuff, raise your hand. Who's got it already? There we go. Perfect. I like that. All right, let me check the messages really quick. Oh, Danette says she was put on waiting list for convention this morning. Okay, wow. Okay, we're at waiting list. So there you go. I would certainly get on the waiting list if you aren't already. Now, what I'm going to have you do, Marci and I talked about this, and she would like everybody to make a list. Okay, so we're going to start, and I'm going to have you make a list of 5. Get your phone, get your address book, get your messenger list. I don't care where you take it from. I got my phone right here. And you go on into contacts, go to your contacts, and I want to share something with you really quickly. When you bring up contacts on an iPhone, right up here in the corner, it says list with an arrow. And if you go and hit that list, mine says I have 826 contacts in my phone. Okay. I know people, Marci has like over 4,000 contacts in her phone. That's a lot of people in your phone that you can actually start making lists. So the first list, what I want you to do is to make a list of 5 people that you know. And I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to do this. If you can get 10, do 10. Okay, let's go. Start writing. Perfect, Kathy. Good job. All right. Angela. That's almost 4 times more than me. You can tell. So let me tell you, about 2.5 years ago, I was talking with Marci right about this time of the year. So maybe it's 22, 21. I don't know. Anyway, I was talking with Marci and I was telling Marci, I hate talking to people on the telephone. I don't like it. As you can see, I have 826 people in my phone, and 400 of them are from my chiropractor and visiting the West Side over and patching people in Lahaina with them. So I have 400 personal contacts in my telephone, and that's it. And Marci and I were talking about how it's so much easier to, she said, God, Sheila, I'd rather go do laundry than call somebody. I said, Marci, I'd rather go clean the foreign toilets I had in my bed and breakfast than call somebody. And she laughed and laughed. And we talked about how it would be great to have a support team in an office system. And that's how this call, not this part of the call, but the office hours was born. Okay. So you've all got your lists. We're going to use them during office hours. And now we're going to go ahead and move on. All right, back to the screen. So you create your first list, and I'll put these, I will copy these and put them over into chat real quick, and then I'll come back. I don't know if I can do that somehow while I'm still sharing screen. Maybe I can figure that out. So here are questions for yourself. Who do you know? Who do you know that you respect? Who do you know that you love? And who do you know that you can help with their condition or their health condition? Or maybe somebody needs extra money, you know? It's a crazy world we're living in. Your business, who do you know? So who do you know that you would personally want to be in business with? There's certainly my friends I would love to be in business with, and then my friends that I would steer away from them because they got no business sense. Who do you know that is influence? Okay, so I'm going to share something. Marci's an influencer and she doesn't even know it, because look at all of us, right? So an influencer doesn't mean necessarily the 12-year-old child on TikTok that has 12 million followers because she paints her hair green and does funny dances. An influencer can be people in your community. It can be doctors, lawyers, police officers, teachers, someone in a religious setting. Think about influential people in your sphere, okay? Who do you know that's a progressive practitioner? Maybe they are a naturopath or an acupuncturist, maybe a chiropractor. Who do you know that's an entrepreneur? Who do you know in your world that comes to you and says, oh my God, I just figured out this great idea and I'm implementing a business, and kaboom, their business takes off. And then who do you know that is a network marketer? So you can get your list of 10 through using your phone, Facebook, all those contacts, Instagram, Messenger, Telegram, WhatsApp, and LinkedIn. I'm not advocating for you, if you are not on any social media, to go into each one of those. I'm just saying those are ways that you can connect with people and get them onto your list of 10. Going belly to belly in the everyday world. And what does that mean? So on Saturdays, I work at the swap meet here in Maui, and I have my crystal dragons in half my booth, and the other part of my booth is all about LifeWave. And that picture, I gotta share that. You know, the picture that had the one with all the before and afters. I have the biggest poster that Sally makes of that, Sally Fang, and we hang that in the booth. And I cannot tell you how many people stop to look at those pictures. So if you're doing anything that's belly to belly in an event, I really recommend you get one of those boards because it's going to help you a lot. And so belly to belly, that's meeting people in person, face to face. It can be people you know, or it can be your downlines people that you're meeting belly to belly to help them. It can be like me at an event. Kathleen and I are going at the end of the month, and my sister Amy, we're going to Oahu, and we are actually going to be in the Body, Mind, Spirit exposition, where there are alleged to be 10,000 people come into this event over 2 days. I can hardly wait. So when you're in belly to belly, how are you going to meet people? So you just walk up to them like you were in kindergarten. You say, "Hi, I'm Sheila. What's your name?" "Oh, Susie." "What do I do?" "I am in stem cell technology." "What do you do?" And then you give them a card and you get their phone number. You send them to startx39now.com and let them look at the resources. Okay. Or you patch them and you get their phone number. And that's what I do on Saturdays at the swap meet, is that, oh, I don't know what I just did with that. Oh, here it is. On Saturdays, I grab the little envelope. After I've walked through all the pictures with them, I bring out all the cards and share them. And then I ask them, where's their pain? And we patch. Okay. So once you've done that, you've created that first list of 10, and you're going to make your next list. And then you're going to start helping the people that are down in your downline. You're going to teach them the same thing. You're going to bring them here, let them be trained so that they can duplicate, right? Duplication is the easiest way. Poster boards are in the marketing. Correct. Absolutely. Okay, so Joy, in the marketing section, which I'll just show you quickly where that is again, there are poster boards of this. So we're going to be backed out of this section anyway right now. Let me take you over here. Evolve Tools. Okay, once you enter the room, that was the very first page that we come to. And come down here to marketing materials. So this has, first off, the business cards. Okay. And as you scroll through, here you can order the gifting envelopes. Kathleen just told me she has 1,000 of these that are at her house. She's on vacation. She'll be here Sunday. I can hardly wait to get my hands on more of these. You can get them in Spanish or Vietnamese. These are little stickers that you can have Sally print if you want. You can print them yourself if you want at home. And then these are the mini info cards. And this is what comes in the business bag. Like I said before, you'll get 10 of the first 4 cards here, 10 each of those. And that shows the back of each card. You can also order the LifeWave actual health tracker card. These are different size. Make sure you take a look, and when you see the things that you like something, make sure you see what it is. This is a postcard, okay? It's actually like a rack card is what we call them in the industry. Here are 4x6 cards and 3x5 cards. Product index cards and bundles. And then here start posters. And I have the 24x36. It's PVC. When you see that it says foam board, it's not like foam core board. That's not it. It can't, if you bend it, it's PVC. It's literally plastic. To get holes in it, I had to use a drill. Okay. And that's how I hang it on to my booth. So here is the one that I've got. Some of the ones that are really good, it's the pictures. People love pictures because pictures tell a story, right? You can get retractable banners. So these are the big banners. Kathleen and I've designed a couple. Did that one. Look, they've got more aloe vera for the new eye cream. If you are at maybe a salon, you've got a salon that's in your downline. These are little banners that can sit on top of your table, car magnets, brochures, and then you can order tablecloths, if that's what you want to order. So that is where you can order all that different promotional items. Let me just look here. Postcard things. Can you order a variety of the postcards? Yeah, you can. I don't know that you can order like a multi-pack. You would have to take a look at that. If we design our own business cards, do they have to be approved by anyone from corporate? Are we supposed to use the examples given? No, you don't have to have anything approved. We are able again to say that the X39 activates GHK copper peptide, which stimulates production of your own stem cells. Okay. So there is that. Okay, let's get back to the steps. All right, so we made our list, talked about business cards. And now we're going to come here to the piquing interest script. And I will be putting these, let's see. Oh, let me see if I can do this. So these are questions that you can ask somebody. You can put them in a text. Let's see if I can actually, oh my God, look at that. That's magical. Okay, pretty cool. I just figured out something new. You can teach an old dog new tricks, right? So these are different questions you can ask people. Have you heard about stem cells? What if you could activate your own stem cells for less than a cup of coffee a day? That was the very first, literally, Peter No came up with that 4.5 years ago when we were all starting out, and we were so excited. I'll tell you what, cup of coffee on Maui, $7. So you can get 2 patches for the cost of a cup of coffee a day. What if you could activate your own stem cells to repair and regenerate yourself just like when you were younger? What's going on with you? What's happening in your life? What do you need to take care of with your health? I finally found something that helps me with, if they said my knee aches, oh my God, I finally found something that helps me with my knee and made it so after 6 weeks, I quit walking with a cane. Okay, here's some business and health asks. What do you do for work? I mean, if it's a guy that's a gardener working on his knees all the time, you know that he's going to have some knee issues, right? Or a plumber. So it kind of gives you an awareness of what you can talk to them about. Do you have pain? Where is your pain? I can send you something for that. Do you know anyone else that would be interested in stem cell technology? And do you know anyone that is a network marketer? Because maybe the person is very interested and they would like to sign up, but they say, I don't want to do the business. Okay, great. Well, do you know anyone that is a network marketer that might want to be sharing? Okay, let's see what that says here. I ordered 10 of the gift bags, but I find they don't fit in a regular envelope. If I want to send them, what kind of envelope do you use? Here at my house, I use 6x9 manila envelopes. My little sister told me yesterday it took $1.67 to ship that out. So Jan, I believe, orders hers through Amazon. Excuse me. And I believe she right now is using a 5x7 envelope. You bet. You're welcome. All right. So now we're going to head down to the scripts. And one of the things that Marci shared with everybody yesterday on foundational training is exactly this: text and talk, talk and text, which she always shares. But she shared that she texts people first and follows up with the phone call, because remember that what I told you in the beginning of this conversation was that, or training was that, Marci and I really don't like to get on the phone, right? And talk with people. And so she sends her texts first, and then she'll follow up with the phone call. And The combo script, this script Mars created to literally pique interest. And at the same time, you're pre-qualifying because you're giving a command, okay? And you put their name. Hi, Susie. I found a patented wearable light technology that activates your stem cells to repair and regenerate you, just like when you were younger. Go to startx39now.com, and for a great overview, watch the first two videos. They're 2 minutes and 3 minutes, and then look at the pictures. Text me your address and I'll send you a gift. Okay. So that is our first script that I'm going to share with you. Put that in the chat. And right now, what we're going to do is we're going to head over to startx39now.com because a lot of people have not been to the website. And if you are going to send this amazing resource to someone to entice them to start using the patch, you need to know what you're looking at or what you're giving them. Okay. It's really important. Up here in the left, you can choose a language and all the printing will be transformed into that language as printing, but the videos still are in English, okay? Here it talks about patented wearable light technology. That's really, really important to let people know. And here we have our two patents, X39, two of our patents. We have way more. And then the patch technology patent. Here's our first video. It's all about light phototherapy. That's 2 minutes. If you haven't watched it, I really recommend take some time, come into this site and watch all of the videos and literally click all the tabs. Okay. So this talks about GHK copper peptide, story of our stem cells. I like to take people over here because this is important. If you don't know what stem cells are, come over here, take a look at that story, and you can help people too. Because a lot of people say, oh, no, I've never heard about stem cells. What are they? Well, look at that little thing, and you can get a really easy, quick description. This next video is 3 minutes, activating your stem cells. And then here are the amazing pictures. And so every one of those little pictures in the envelope on that card are right here. The first one here, turkey neck, right? You can see how, let's just click her. You can see how that's shifted for her. I don't know a timeline on some of these. Okay. She had allergies face. Look at that. She was all swollen. She's using the X39. She doesn't even look like the same lady. Looks younger. Here you've got, you can see the discs are squashed in there. The cartilage, the bones are kind of misplaced. And then along the edge of the spinal cord, you've got all those little ribbons, bumps. And here, a year and a half later, not even, yeah, about a year and a half, it's straightened out. Look at how much the cord has improved. Every time you've got that impingement up here, when the nerves are impinged in your neck, it literally affects your organs in different ways. So got to take care of ourselves. This is our beautiful leader, Marci. In this photo of 2019, she had had 10 months of chemo and steroid treatment for fast-growing cells. She had told me once that she really thought when that picture was taken, she was going to be exiting the world soon. Her friend, Dr. Rhonda, patched her, I think within a few days of that picture, maybe a week. And then 2020 hit, 2023, and you know Marci, if you were on the call yesterday morning, she's vivacious, brilliant, full of life, and it totally changed her world, right? This gentleman, he's got balding up here, he's patchy hair, he's got more hair, and it's also getting darker, what's coming in. Mandy, she's from Australia. Here's her in a year. Look at that. She doesn't even look the same. More turkey neck. And this is, it used to kind of gross me out, but this is honestly my favorite picture to share on Saturdays with people because they get so shocked. The parents of this little boy, he's 7, found out about the patch 3 weeks before this accident. He chopped the fingertip off. They took it on ice to the doctor. Doctor said, it's dead. I'm not putting it back on. They said, yes, you are. They put the finger back on. And 2 months later, little boy has full access of his fingertip. So those are different pictures you can share. There's more than what we, this kid, look at this, 3 days. He was snowboarding, hit a tree. Okay, 3 days later. So this talks about what the problem is and what the solutions are. One of the things I like to point out to people is that there are no drugs. It's non-transdermal, and what that means, nothing from the patch enters your body. It's not invasive. It's latex free. There's no injections and no stem cells. Nothing is going in your body. It's all light. The reason I like this the best is because, one, I'm allergic to all pain medications. They can't go in my body because I go into anaphylactic shock and I will die. So for me, having something that's non-transdermal and latex free, because of being such an allergy child, this was literally the golden way for me. Okay, it was the holy grail. How it works, this is mine and Jan's favorite video on this website because it's David Schmidt explaining the process, right? You can read the patents and science there. Here's more patents, science. We have over 100 patents, 90 plus clinical studies. These links are about science. And then it comes down, you can download the patch guide and tracker. Here's what to expect. That little card is all right there. These talk about more of the patches. You can go into each different patch there. And we've got this new, this is wonderful that we have actually got this link now. And you can go ahead and click that. You can share that with people. It's right there. I love that. Here are videos, testimonial stories, doctors' stories. You can get get to different YouTube channels there. Results, more science and tech, X39 research. Horses don't lie. If you haven't watched that, that's an amazing little video. People that are skeptical, that's what you share with them. And then this talks all about David. And what I really love about this website is that it says, please get back to the person who referred you. Oops, where did I go? So I think I took us out of the wrong place. Let me get back there. Go to the doors, click the doors, get to the system. Here we go. So that was the first piquing interest script. And now I want to show you, if you roll down into number 3, okay, startx39now.com, that's what we just shared. You can go to the Evolve link sharing center and you can get stories, science, and information. This is where I really want to take you right now. You can join our Telegram, Facebook, and YouTube channels. Okay. So in Telegram, what you're going to do is click that link. If you have an Apple, you download Telegram app here. If you have Android, you download it here. And once you've done that, you come back over here to this page. And this is where you can get into our team's channels. This one is for pictures training, Zoom info, communications. This is all stories. We have over 4,000 testimonial stories from our podcast that live there. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Business training. This call will end up over in that Telegram channel. This is for practitioners. We have a link. And then we have before and after pictures where people share, and a Spanish Telegram channel. You can join our Facebook channels or pages. This is our Facebook Team Evolve. And then the next one down is the Corporation's Business Builders Facebook page if you are on Facebook. And then our YouTube channels. Here is the company's LifeWave Health YouTube channel. Marci and Peter's, Dr. Stacy's, Susan Allen, and mine. All right. So we invite 3 people a day to patching podcasts, and we're going to talk about that other stuff. That'll all be later. So let me see what these. Okay. They're using the X39 with a turkey neck or another X39 and Alavita. She put up the lady with the patch. She asked me which patches and why they chose the particular patches they used. So the one with scoliosis is using X39 Ice Wave. That's the brown and white patch, and Eon. I can't tell you why they chose those particular patches. Well, Ice Wave is for extreme pain. X39 does all of the healing. I guess I can tell you. And Eon is for inflammation. Yes, different patches trigger different peptides. And some of that information is actually listed on your all products flyer. It tells you right in it what they do. There we go, Angela. Just what I was saying, huh? Any chance we can get the background and full stories of all the pictures you showed and with the timeline? You know, the only way I got all of those background stories is coming every week to Marci's training and memorizing them. They're not written anywhere to my knowledge, unless you look in that before and after Telegram channel. Some of them have stuff there. I found out from one of my friends that she can't do another MLM because she makes 6 figures according to their rules. Too bad. Do I have to have a Facebook page to join the team site? No, you just have to have a Facebook account, no page. But can you please tell me where the Telegram link is again? You bet, Michael. So we're going to come back over here. And you're going to come down. So let me take you to the front. Okay, so we come through the front door. And on that very front page right here, you can hit Evolve Connect, or you can find it through the 7 systems, but this is on the front page. And then you just hit Join Telegram, and there's the apps, and there's the links. Does that work? I hope so. Okay. So, you're welcome. All right, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is the follow-up clipboard. All right. And the follow-up clipboard is really important because it allows you to literally have scripts in your hand. We call these the medium scripts. That big poster that I showed you in the marketing materials, those are the large ones. And then these are small. So we have small, medium, and large scripts based on what it is you need to do. Oh, thank you, Anita. This training will be located in the business training Telegram channel, and that's where it'll live. And it'll also end up on my YouTube channel. Okay. Let's see. I almost muted myself. That was silly. Okay, let's go to the Evolve clipboard. So you can get the Evolve clipboard again on that very front page when you enter the brown doors. Right here, Evolve clipboard. And let me see, let me come over here first, grab something really quickly. I apologize for the blank space. You never, like on radios, you never have dead air, right? So what I'm doing is I'm coming in here and I'm going to get a copy for you of all of the links for the follow-up clipboard to just share right away. Come on. And I will be putting some of these other scripts in for you guys. All right. So those are the links for the follow-up clipboard. And now let's get into them so you can see each one. So the first link is the PDF for the patch paper. And when I printed this, I didn't print the back. I don't need this picture. I just printed that front page. Okay. Here's your what to expect PDF. And it's great. Again, like I said, these are scripts. What happens within 1 to 3 months? Brain mapping studies showed that our brain hemispheres have become balanced, and that helps with anxiety, depression, PTSD, sleeping. So see, you can utilize these until it just flows easily for you. You can utilize these different scripts. Hey, the before and after tracker. So we got that full size. Okay. So you're talking to your person that they just received their gift, which we'll do that in just a minute too. They just received their gift from you. They let you know they got it. Now you're on the phone with them. Hey, see the picture right here? You can direct them while you are on the phone with them. And it makes it easier. Okay. The all products flyer. And you were asking about whether it talks about the different peptides. Some of them does. This one, Eon, activates peptide in your body that is also found in royal jelly. That's pretty cool because only the queen bee gets that. This one activates AHK copper peptide. And so on. Epithalamine peptide for Alavida. So those you can read and take a look at. Here's our paper order form. What's really important about this form, and I want to share with everybody, here's a big order form, are the yellow footballs. And the main important one to me is the yellow football right over here that says 1 sleeve of X39 equals 2 sleeves of any other supportive patch, or an X49. And a lot of people don't understand that. But the reason it's really important is because if I've got somebody that's ordering a silver pack, what I can do is I can say, hey, I understand that you are living life at an 8 on the pain scale. You have massive amounts of inflammation and you want to get started activating your own stem cells. So what we're going to order is 1 sleeve of X39, 2 sleeves of Eon, and 2 sleeves of Ice Wave. And that gives them 2 months of Eon, 2 months of Ice Wave, 1 month of X39, and then we're going to get you on the next month on your monthly subscription order. So that monthly order keeps your stem cells activated, and we put X39 on that. Okay. So that's one of the ways to do that. And then this is actually a form that shows you the different ways that you can build silver packs or gold packs. And what they're doing here, it tells you right at the top, that's the wholesale cost. But then when you look down into the little box, it tells you what their retail is. So for retail for 1 X39 and 4 Eon, you would pay $469 and they're getting it for $299. That's a pretty great discount. So that's another way that you can share information with people. And now we're going to come over here to the Evolve office, because that's where we are getting ready to head. And in virtual office hours, what we do is we do the work that I just shared with you. Okay. So there's the link. That was the invitation. There is a video that you can watch of it. And then this is what we do for office hours. In office hours, you are able to request a gift be sent on behalf of you to someone. And the way that you do it is, let me show you what you get. You'll get a gifting envelope, and they have the 4 different cards in there. Jan adds 2 Eons and 2 X39s. Unless she's out of Eon, then she'll put 3 X39s in the baggie. And then she mails it in these cool blue envelopes. And that way you can tell the person that you're gifting, hey, be looking within 5 to 7 days, you should be getting a blue envelope. and that's got your gift in it from me. You need to text me or call me when you get it, okay? And the way that you're going to order this gift for people is we have a gifting link, a form. And it's already filled out because I just fill it out as an example for people to see. Every day we have a different code of the day. That day you'll put in the new code, your first name, your last name. And as you can see, like the example, you need to put the dashes in between the numbers. Otherwise, they just look like some weird number. When Jan prints this, it actually prints out a label and a sender's label and to go on the back of your, she prints that, and then she prints the sticker for the receiver. So in this example, we have two people living in the same household and they have different names. So I would put Rose Manth on the receiver's first name, and her boyfriend is Steve Jobs, and he goes under the last name. Now let's pretend that they both have the same last name. What you would do would be Rose and Steve Manth. And that literally counts as two gifts, because if you're sending two envelopes to one household, that's still two gifts, okay? And you need to make sure that you put the correct address. You know, if there's an east, west, north, south, and you don't put that on there, what's going to happen is Jan's going to hold something up here in a minute, and now everybody's going to go, ah. You need to make sure if it's an apartment, you put the apartment number. If it's a suite with a letter, and there she goes. She's getting ready. She's bringing it out. And then you make sure that the city is spelled correctly, the state and the zip code. And Jan, please elaborate. What happens when this doesn't go right?
Oh my God. It's so frustrating. Yesterday I got 5 of these back. No such number, no such street, refused, returned to sender, unclaimed, vacant lot, moved, can't forward. So guys, please actually speak to the person, ask if they moved, if they have a new address, make sure you put the right name. Did they have a unit number? Double check, make sure you didn't transpose. I don't touch anything because I transpose. I print the labels right from what you send me. So I'm begging you to please double check your work. And if you email me an hour later saying that you think you made a mistake, there's a chance that I probably sent it out already because I'm pretty fast. So anyways.
And she is pretty fast. Okay, so the question that said, looked like when you copied the clipboard that you may have missed the one at the bottom. I did, and that was purposeful because it's not part of the clipboard. Okay, that's just in my own Canva notes, so I know where it's at. And what that link is that was missed, I'll put in here right now for you. That is the gifting link. And so this is the gift that the requesting link when you request your gifts that Jan will send out for you. And when you're doing that today, let me grab my message from Marci because I've got specific instructions for us. Today we are, okay, so for today you can request one gift because I know that Jan's supplies are running low. So you can request one gift. We're inviting people, 5 people to the patching party and 5 people to Dr. Stacy's phone call today. And how are we going to do that? Real easy. And let me grab them out here for you. Here is a link for Dr. Stacy. Okay. This one, I don't know that you can click on it and it'll take you there. I'm not really sure, but I know that where I showed you in start333biz.com, you can do it that way. But that's that call. And then the next one we want you to start inviting to is Marci's patching party tomorrow. And And this is literally followed up by the tech and science call with Marci, or not tech and science, but tech and consult, where Marci will talk with your guests and give them ideas of what kind of pack they would need. Okay, so that's pretty awesome that she will be able to do that for us. And so let me give you another invite here for patching parties, and then one to the tech and consult. And one more. Okay. So if you are brand new today, what you're going to do is you're going to take your 5 list of people. We're now rolling into office hours, and you're going to take that list. You're going to make a list of 10 total, and you are going to start sending texts or picking up the phone utilizing the script. And the scripts that I put in they're like templates. Okay. Make them your words if you need to. Like, when I send a text, aloha, Susie. I'm so happy to connect with you again. Make it personal. If you're in your phone, and in the beginning, I say do all the people you know first, and then you go to the ones that you don't know. And I've got another script that Marci shared with us for people that we know in our phone. Who do you know? And this one in. Now, everybody can gift one person today, even the brand new people. We can only do one gift today. And then you want to invite 5 people to the patching podcast, 5 people to Dr. Stacy's science call. And then you can, let's see, my heart and prayer go out to you for the retreat envelopes. You have to move beyond. She does. She's amazing, isn't she? She is. All right. So then you're going to follow up. So for all of us that are more than new, if you've been requesting gifts, the most important aspect of it is following up with that gift. In the beginning, we would just send people patches, like between 7 and 10 patches, and expect them to contact us, because me and Jan, Kathleen, we didn't know what we were all doing. And now we know it's just a gift. Okay. And when you're putting that gift, when you're giving them the option of receiving a gift, you might want to also mention, I have zero expectation that you're going to feel anything, but I do know that in the first 24 hours, you will experience 3,000 to 4,000 genes resetting, and you're not going to feel that. You don't feel your hair grow, don't feel your nails grow, but they do, right? So that's one way to get around that. So for today, today's code is encourage. Encourage is the code of the day. I encourage you to make it easy. Okay. So we're going to stop the recording.